A very good evening and a warm welcome to our second edition of UBC News Tonight on this 14th day of November 2024. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. President Museveni has today officially received credentials of 7 newly appointed ambassadors at State House in Entebbe, reaffirming Uganda's commitment to international cooperation and diplomacy. The envoys included Her Excellency Lisa Chesney, MBE, from the United Kingdom, His Excellency Leonard Zulu, the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Uganda, His Excellency Madu Diallo from Mali, His Excellency Firas Khoury from Jordan, His Excellency or Her Excellency Gentiana Serbu from Romania, Her Excellency Katarina Zufa from Slovakia, and His Excellency Tony Tins from Norway. Now, in his remarks, President Museveni welcomed the ambassadors, noting that Uganda is committed to fostering strong, mutually beneficial relationships with each represented nation. He emphasized Uganda's dedication to strengthening bilateral ties and cooperation on various regional and international issues. The ceremony was also attended by the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Okello Henry Oriem. Now, Kisoro district held a by-election this Thursday to elect a new woman member of parliament after the passing of a former MP and State Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Sarah Mateke Nyirabashitsi, in September. Now, voting took place from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. with 162,189 registered voters participating across 322 polling stations. Counting of votes is currently underway.
Counting of votes for Kisoro District Woman MP by-election is currently underway, with 2 contestants, with NRM's Rose Kabagenyi and independent NRM leaning candidate Achfeza Ngabirano running neck to neck. This follows the election day that began as the Electoral Commission distributed materials and voters turned out steadily, including elderly citizens who required assistance. The NRM candidate Rose cast her vote at Jigora Primary School in Nyakabande, while independent NRM Achifeza voted in Rubuguri. Other candidates such as UPC's Mebo Igabire also cast their ballots.
Happy that today has come. We have been waiting for this day, and from casting my vote, I'm praying hard that today is successful, and as I know and the people of Kisoro know that we vote NRM 100%, I'm expecting by end of the day at least that the NRM party will take the lead.
This election so far is going on well. I actually stayed in Kisoro, came all the way to Rubuguri Nombe, where I've casted my vote. And whatever the places I passed, I saw there was peace.
Tubazize kuhikara buri muntu wena nka 2026 turi ready tubase kuhikara at least ke mu bicweka byone bya Kisoro.
NRM Women's League head Lydia Wanyoto voiced confidence in Kabagenyi's success, while NRM Mobilization Director Rosemary Seninde expressed concerns over unrest in Chanika, cautioning that it might affect the election's fairness.
We want to thank the people of Kisoro for taking us through a very peaceful campaign. Like the candidate has said, even today looks calm.
Although polling stations ran smoothly, reports of disturbances surfaced, especially near Chanika and Bunagano borders.
Who are giving money on polling stations without fear. Then they tell people they give you money, and then they tell you to go with somebody. They give you somebody to go with you.
Kigezi Region Police spokesperson Eli Mate confirmed arrest following attempts to attack police, with investigations into the involvement of certain MPs ongoing.
The law should take its course. This case, as I talk, we are tracing for him so that he's arrested and the case is subjected to investigations where the outcome will determine a way forward.
Komagum Rogers and Deo Habimana for UBC.
The Prime Minister of Uganda, Right Honourable Robina Nabbanja, is optimistic that the gospel of extensive agriculture as preached by His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is a game changer to Uganda's economic transformation agenda. Nabbanja, who has established a farm in Kakumiro district, is within a period of 3 months expecting close to 300 million from onion farming, and by so doing this, Nabbanja, who is a leader of government business in Parliament, is acting as an example to not only members of Kakumiro but to the entire country.
It has been a song for close to 20 years that farming is the only way to wealth.
But you can imagine if we harvest that now, this one.
This is the Kakumiro District Woman Member of Parliament, Robina Nabbanja.
But we cannot harvest them because we want all these leaves to be dry.
Nabbanja, who is Uganda's first ever Prime Minister, has decided to go farming.
We are going to harvest, of course, Musasura, farm.
At this young farm, for starters, the onions have given Nabbanja a smile.
As you can see here, I expect to harvest about 300 bags of onions. Ate bafu ya katungulu ya sente nyingi. Obutungulu buno nabugulamu East African seeds. Kiremu esimba eka ya mitwalo 65. We are about to harvest and we expect to get 300 million out of the onions. Even above, because I have an order from UAE.
Seated on 10 acres of land in the heart of Kakumiro district, Prime Minister Robina Nabbanja has hosted the Bunyoro Affairs Minister Jennifer Namuyangu for a benchmark tour.
So we also planted cabbages and tomatoes on the sides. This is the banana plantation, it sits on 2 acres. Now I want people to appreciate that the government has done a lot. Government has supported NARO to help our farmers. Honorable, the only challenge we have is that our extension workers are reluctant. And our people don't know. So every day here, my manager tells me that every day he gets people who are now coming to learn.
According to Nabbanja, as per what is on ground now, regrets having worked up late.
Tusimbye ebisagazi ikabi nete bitumala. Netu inetaka ewalala wali half a kilometer okuva wano. Tusimbye yika eziweranga 8 ezebisagazi kubanga wali tugenda take away ente eziweranga 50 Fresian cows ezamata kubanga katali wano wekali.
Ebaza president w'eggwanga okutulondera prime minister omukozi era prime minister atali mu kwogera naye ali mu kukola.
However, the wise say, better late than never, and indeed, this saying exonerates the premier.
We are going also to have chicken behind the dairy farm. We shall also have piggery on the same farm because we now have enough land. We have planted coffee on 4 acres. We have planted bananas on 2 acres. The balance of the land we have a mother garden for coffee where we have planted KR1, KR2, KR3, KR4, KR5 up to 10. Yes. The reason is we want to multiply as many seedlings as possible.
Prime Minister kyakoze wano nsaba abalimi naddala mu Kakumiro ne Bunyoro yonna bajje bakozese farm eno ng'ekyokulabirako.
Picking examples from the already established farmers in the area like Minister Fred Byamukama, Nabbanja sees herself to the next level.
Because the president has been categorical. So me as Prime Minister who has been doing agriculture exports, I also have to be an example. So kati tusimbudde wano ku farm eyaffe And two, I want Madam to tell you that the other day when we were in Parish, I told people about onions.
Yes.
And this is what I meant.
The successes of the 4-acre model for farmers like Minister Fred Byamukama is what has caught the attention of the president to the extent of bringing him to the region to champion the gospel this Friday.
This one is broccoli. We are using it at our hotel, this one here.
The First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Kataha Museveni, has emphasized the importance of record keeping for all parish development model beneficiaries regarding their enterprise progress. She stated that this practice will enable proper assessment of PDM's impact on households and quality of life. Mrs. Museveni, who also chairs the NRM party in Ntungamo district, made these remarks while leading a PDM monitoring meeting for Chikoni Parish in Ntungamo.
Who also chairs the NRM party in Ntungamo district, held a PDM monitoring exercise for Chikoni Parish in Ntungamo sub-county, Ruhama County. The meeting held at Mutanoka Primary School playground drew a diverse crowd. Attendees included some of the 217 PDM beneficiaries from Chikoni Parish's 6 villages. It's here that she emphasized the importance of record keeping as to register great success in the PDM exercise.
Mwenu mwena mwine kumanya ngu hati kumurabeni mwenda kuhindukaho hamagara ganyu n'amaka ganyu na family zanyu oyine kureba PDM ukamanya ngu esente ezi noza kuzita mu kintu nanka noyiha mweki kandi nikikukorera eki konka kokukwata otyo wazikozesa wakora otabijuka noguma nk'okwori nk'okuza kushangire eka yawe tekuhindukaho mbwenu PDM nebura omugasho.
She stressed the need for PDM beneficiaries to demonstrate tangible changes in their lives rather than the government continuously injecting money without seeing success stories in communities. Mrs. Museveni challenged beneficiaries to be enthusiastic and committed to hard work in order to eradicate poverty at the household level. She urged them to take advantage of government support instead of remaining idle and waiting for external motivation.
Mwine kukora lero gavumenti ekabahereza okumuratandiki omuntu kwakuba nayenda kukora ekintu konka ashobirwe okuyatandika lero gavumenti yamureetera nka PDM yamuhereza miliyoni emwe ngo atandike ekyatwire nayenda kukora lero obwo nibaba bakushunuka ng'okore ekyotwire noyetenga kukora konka tokuba murere kushitama ngo mutegereze gavumenti ninga ba members ba parliament beje babakorere mu kwenda kukora mu maka ganyu tibikubasika ebyo.
The First Lady instructed the Ntungamo District Local Government Technical Team to document all government programs in the district, including Emyoga, Social Assistance Grants for Empowerment, PDM, Youth Livelihood, and Uganda Women Entrepreneurship Program, along with their community impact.
Chikoni Parish tugabire sente ziri kuyingana miliyoni 217 kandi ago nigo maka 217 agamaka gafunde sente kandi gateekwa mu system.
Several beneficiaries share testimonies about PDM's positive impact on their livelihoods.
Esente zo zinyambere munonga yo muntu wentasyanche munonga konka nyenda ko
entasya nekura
entasya kuzire ahabwo mwani nana amashagintire mu kwindure butoke byanje hati nshomisa abana banje
abwo kuba kunatungire sente ezo ekinzi koziremo ebyonje kweyongera ntasya yanje nimpera abana banje nyina abana bari yishomero mwenu okutwara mu kishogu otsimire president abo kusteka teka nk'abantu ba Chikoni kandi nk'abahinji n'abarisa kwenda kwongera ntaasya yeeka
mazima ninsima embuhereza bwa gavumenti obu nyo nindeeba ningyenda mu maisho tinkugarukanyemu abokuba nanye nagira batiya ninshanga nakwatiraho omwami wanje nahereza abaana ki school fees ahari kuba atagize ki atari.
Reporting for UBC, Paguma William.
Now, the ongoing land dispute between Kampala Capital City Authority and Ham Enterprises has escalated this week over the controversial construction project at the Owino Street Balikudembe Catholic Shrine site. On Monday, November 11th, KCCA issued an injunction halting all construction activities on the contested land, citing improper use and violations of city planning regulations. The land in question, which hosts the historic St. Balikudembe Catholic Shrine, has become a flashpoint as Ham Enterprises, who claims ownership, continues construction despite the directive from KCCA. The construction is reportedly encroaching on the drainage system and disturbing the shrine's surroundings.
This is the current construction site on top of the drainage system adjacent of the historic St. Balikudembe Shrine, a place of immense historical and spiritual significance where St. Joseph Mukasa Balikudembe and Atanasi Bazeketa were martyred. The shrine is now surrounded by the construction, leaving only a narrow footpath for access.
So we have been using this place and we've not had wrangles with anybody. But of recent, somebody is claiming that that is their land. I'm very much surprised. I don't know how old that person is. I don't know when his parents were born. What I know is that the church has been using the place for the two martyrs since then as a shrine. And so we hope that the right decisions be taken by the authorities, you know, to safeguard the devotion and church property. Otherwise, if everybody does what they want, it's very disturbing.
KCCA reiterated its commitment to reinforcing urban planning standards. The authority emphasized that no individual or entity to violate the city regulations, especially when it comes to public infrastructure and heritage sites.
Now we came to establish that the developer was Ham Enterprises Limited. On Monday we served a stop notice of all activities. We have, however, established today that in the dark of the night, the same people we stopped are continuing or continued to construct. Now we're going to deal with the proprietors of Ham Enterprises as well as those that are on site.
KCCA remains firm that construction activities that refer with these elements will be halted immediately.
We're going to deal with them in accordance with the law, and we shall not wink an eye or allow any further construction to go on in that area.
Despite the injunction, Ham Enterprises has shown no signs of compliance, continuing with the construction work. This defiance raises concerns over the enforcement of the state regulations and the protection of Kampala's historical sites.
Anyone covers a drainage channel, how else can we desilt it? What if it gets blocked? What happens to the backflow? How do we clear it?
Efforts to reach Ham Enterprises for the comment were unsuccessful as their known phone numbers were off by press time.
Hello? Hello? Good afternoon, sir.
However, Catholic Church is calling on relevant authorities to intervene and protect the St. Balikudembe Owino historical shrine from encroachment by the private developer.
His Grace the Archbishop has written to the authorities to protect us, and we hope that they will do the needful. We do have a land title to confirm that we own the place.
The Minister for Agriculture, Frank Tumwebaze, has underscored government commitment to ensure food security for all. Represented by the Commissioner for Crop Production, Stephen Katevijuka, at the 37th NUDIPU anniversary, the Minister noted that government has all-inclusive programs to solve food security.
With 37 years of existence, NUDIPU has registered immense achievements, including encouraging persons with disability to embrace food security and knowing their land rights. Through the We Are Able project, NUDIPU has also been able to push for affirmative action to enable students with disability to attain university education and to acquire supporting study equipment. Nonetheless, there have been a number of challenges that the organization faced, not limited to land grabbers who have frustrated PWDs.
We know that government is having several programs in agriculture that are targeting persons, the general public, but many times persons with disabilities are left out. Persons with disabilities are having their land grabbed because people are taking advantage of their disability.
Esther Chozera, the Chief Executive Officer, underscored the need of addressing the issues of food security and malnutrition among PWDs.
Food is something that someone should have at all times, regardless of whether they are able or not able.
The Minister for Agriculture, Frank Tumwebaze, represented by the Commissioner of Crop Production, noted that government has deliberate initiatives to address food security. He says government has already started engaging communities in subsistence farming and other similar initiatives.
Food security goes very closely with income security. I believe when someone has income security, he's also food secure, because he can source all the food that is appropriate and is of the right type.
Commemorations were held under the theme Food Security for All, regardless of ability. Susan Naong and Michael Bakabulindi reporting for EBC TV.
The land dispute in the Acholi quarters has been ongoing for years, with residents of 5 villages, Chireka D, Acholi quarters, Banda B1, Mbuya, Chinawataka, Mbuya 1, and Mbuya Katogo, facing evictions from their customary land holdings, Bibanja. Some residents lost their lives in clashes over this land in 2014, intensifying the urgency for peaceful resolution. The meeting was convened by State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, who addressed the grievances of the affected communities.
The atmosphere was tense as residents, still bearing the scars of eviction and violence, gathered to seek justice. When Nakawa RCC Edwin Benessa, who had attended the meeting, left abruptly, some residents shouted at him, expressing their frustrations and bitterness.
Ebintu by'abantu ne babiruutinga ne babitwala bikolebwa Uganda Police. Era nze nina n'enkovu mu mugongo, omusirikale yankuba embogo, nasanga omukyala bakonya ennyumba ye bakasuka ebintu byebweru. Ne mugamba nze ndi ssentebe wa NRM, museke muyimirize nagambye bwe twagala kumanya. Abasirikale bajja misana ttuku nga bali bambadde ayina ennyondo, ayina ensuulu, buli kimu nga bakiyina. Ng'abantu be bakasuka ebweru balinga abatali mu ggwanga lyabwe.
The arrival of the State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja, brought some calm, though tensions remained high, as residents, joined by their leaders, passionately voiced their grievances. Community members, along with the leaders, such as Nakawa Speaker Godfrey Luyombia, accused the authorities of failing to protect their rights and pledged to stand firm in the fight for their land.
Era tulirwedde okulwana okuyiwa musaayi kubanga kyebawulira. The speaker has overstepped the boundaries of common sense, speaker and I cannot tolerate it when I'm here. I will not tolerate it. No, 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 no. No, 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 that is unacceptable.
The meeting was attended by prominent leaders, including Leader of Opposition Joel Senyonyi, Chair Municipality MP Ibrahim Semu Junganda, Barimwezo Ronald, and Wakiso MP Bet Ethel Nalima. They voiced their support for the residents, calling for accountability and justice for those who had faced wrongful eviction or harm.
IGP Kashiga Zoyo, Minister Atuganda no Mukulo, Nakula, Namandi Krepalu, Sokazi Kize. In a Masunami.
Ensure we have compensation wherever it is possible. We don't want to even see whether a spoon that was lost is not compensated. We want to see that all these houses that were put down have ensured that they are being compensated. And more so, we now call upon the residents of Chiganda, Kasokoso, of Umbuya, of Banda that were affected. Let them come and get started. Let them get all possible monies around and ensure that they purchase cement, they purchase bricks, purchase sand, and whatever can start construction.
Kakati ne webuuza poliisi naawe oli wa kibanja ate kakati osazeewo okuleeta wano ekibuli oleese fujjo ogobawo bewasangawo ab'ekibanja banno ne tugamba ekyo tekijja kubeerawo. Enju z'abantu n'akavuyo kaaliwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka nti ate n'okusingira ddala poliisi si yennyini ttaka eryo lye yali ebagobako. Kiri mu bbaluwa yatusomedde era ng'agenda tubuulira ripooti yonna.
In a significant moment, Minister Mayanja declared that the land belongs to the residents, citing the Ugandan constitution, which prohibits eviction of a person from their chibanja if they have occupied it for 12 years or more.
Nti abo bonna abaagoba ku ttaka nga babagobeddwa ba gavumenti ebazzeeyo.
Minister Mayanja's announcement was a significant step in restoring justice, returning the land to the residents. This decision brought relief to the gathered crowd with hopes that it would mark the end of the violent clashes and evictions that had plagued the area.
Wali kulia leasehold shall enjoy security of occupancy on that land.
Crispus Arinitwe, Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
Cuba government has signed a memorandum of understanding with Ugandan government to support vocational and technical training. The outgoing ambassador of Cuba to Uganda, Dr. Tania Perez, signed it with Uganda's Education Ministry at the Embassy House in Kampala.
Dr. Tania Perez, the Cuba ambassador to Uganda, has paid a farewell visit to the Education Ministry's headquarters in Kampala. The visit follows a series of meetings with Ugandan officials, including the Vice President, Jessica Alupo, the National Resistance Movement Party, and Parliament.
Your Excellency, I'm happy and proud to have worked with you during your diplomatic mission in Uganda. And as you conclude your tour of duty, we wish to thank you for your contribution towards strengthening of the bilateral relations between Uganda and Cuba.
The Memorandum of Understanding signed between the Cuba government and Uganda government seeks to bolster vocational and technical training in Uganda.
See, in a bid to strengthen cooperation on the basis of equity and mutual benefit between the two countries in the field of vocational and technical training, a framework of collaboration in the form of a Memorandum of Understanding was developed by the two parties and subsequently cleared for signature by the Solicitor General. That has been done and we are really very grateful. So the Memorandum of Understanding is now ready for the signature.
The MOU signed will see Cuba help in the development and revision of the curriculum of vocational training.
But the areas that they are ready to participate in include the development or revision of the curriculum for technical institutions. It also includes visits, exchange and learning opportunities for the Cuban people here in Uganda, also for us to take our teams there to go and see exactly what is done.
I want to express my commitment and the commitment of the government of Cuba to push our bilateral cooperation and to push the implementation of this MOU.
Uganda and Cuba opened diplomatic relations on May 9, 1974, Over the past 5 decades, Cuba and Uganda have collaborated on various fronts, ranging from political cooperation to educational, trade and sports initiatives.
Education has been, and from my view will be, the most important area for bilateral cooperation between the both governments. Because Cuba and Uganda have considered that the education is the most important investment in any society.
Cuban professors have been working at Mbara University of Science and Technology since its inception, as well as at KIU Shaka Teaching Hospital, where Cuban medics are supporting medical care.
And these professors have trained many Ugandans at the undergraduate level, master's level as well, and we are very, very grateful.
Every year, Cuba offers one scholarship to Ugandan students to study a 7-year program in medicine and surgery. As of now, 5 students are studying in Cuba under this arrangement. Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
Uganda fire! Uganda! This is it! Bring that fire like never before as Uganda Cranes takes on South Africa on 15th November at 4 p.m. Ewa Nambole! One more win! Gatugenda wa mo AFCON 2025! No panya, no calculator! Nkubidori, wacha wewe! Katugwe chicho, buy your ticket using Momo at only 25k for ordinary. Atema abakashi! Ordinary goes for 30k, 50k for VIP, and 150k for Mbara Platinum. Each ticket comes with a free train ride to Nampole. Get your tickets from MTN service centers at Jaberodi, Zebra House, Crested Towers, and Clock Tower. To avoid delays, or simply scan the code on your smartphone for easy entry into the stadium. Oh, why? Remember, no physical tickets will be issued or sold at Nampole. Proudly brought to you by MTN, the #1 supporter of Uganda's football. Together, we are unstoppable.
In the heart of Uganda, a financial revolution is happening. We were once left out, saving the old-fashioned way, with an unexpected saving spot, keeping it too close for comfort. But now, we found a better way to save and manage money. Download the Wendy app from Google Play or App Store or dial *229#. With Wendy, your money is safe and you can earn interest daily. Visit your Google Play or App Store or dial *229# to register. Wendy Wanawoli.
Do you need data collection services, data analysis and reporting, monitoring and evaluation systems? Then contact Mold Technologies, a professional research firm that has provided many organizations with timely research solutions for over 15 years. For more information, visit www.mt.co.ug or call us on 0704 913 399 or 0782 602 963. Visit our office in Kampala at Sayuni Complex in Tinda. Mood Technologies, your professional research firm.
Welcome back from that break. Now, in more news this evening, during a rally in Buyikwe Central Region, members of the opposition National Unity Platform, NUDIPU party, continued their countrywide tour with opposition leader Robert Kyagulanyi campaigning for the upcoming 2026 elections. Now, Kyagulanyi used the platform to condemn security agencies for allegedly blocking their tour efforts in Buyikwe, calling attention to restrictions imposed on opposition activities. He also urged Ugandans to stay focused and work hard, emphasizing resilience and challenges faced by the opposition. We have more.
NUP, NUP, in Buyikwe, NUP, everywhere, NUP, ha, 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 ha. Obudde tutulina bungi njagala tusimbule mangu kubanga saagala tupape katugenda naye katugenda mwenna ebigambo bisatu kyokka bye njagala obagamba. Ekisooka discipline, ekyokubiri discipline, ekyokusatu discipline. Ekituwanguza tekijja tuwanguza. Manye nti bagenda kukuba nnyo okukuleetinga ekifaananyi ekibimu ffe bayinza n'obbasi mujja nakulaba abamu ababbi bayinza okujja okubayinyigamu kuwa ekifaananyi ekikyamu. Mumanyi ekyokukola.
Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Balam Badogahara, has concluded the three-day third intergenerational dialogue forum held at Speak Resort Munyonyo. Addressing participants, the minister reiterated the government's commitment to enhancing education, a key pillar in peace building. The minister noted that the government is also working closely with neighboring countries to strengthen border collaboration and promote regional cooperation.
These gatherings has brought together the brightest and most passionate youth from across our region, united by a shared vision of peace, security and development. The theme of this year's dialogue, from leading to learning, education as a catalyst to advancement of youth, peace and security agenda, could not have been more fitting. Education is not only an individual right, but a societal imperative, crucial for long-term stability and progress of our nations. It is a foundation upon which sustainable peace, security, and good governance are built. As we have seen, education plays a pivotal role in peace building and conflict prevention. A report by United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, found that the youth unemployment is one of the drivers of instability in conflict-prone regions, with 75% of unemployed youth globally living in fragile context. That without quality education, young people are left vulnerable to exploitation by extremist groups like Al-Shabaab and the others, and deprived of their opportunities they need to contribute positively to the societies where they come from. In Uganda, we have made significant strides in improving access to education, with gross enrollment rates in primary education reaching over 95 in recent years. However, that access alone is not enough. Quality education that equips young people with relevant skills in the 21st century, particularly in governance, technology, entrepreneurship, conflict resolution, is essential to sustain peace in our region.
Chiriandongo District Chairperson Aliguma Judith has tasked district local leaders to ensure the district, which also hosts refugees, remains upbeat despite the limited resource envelope. She was speaking at the handover ceremony of the district cow, Gwokto Martin, at the district headquarters. The outgoing cow, Gwokto Martin, who has served Chiriandongo for the last 2 years, reminded the incoming cow, Aslam Chaligonza, of the challenges in funding the district and issues of refugees and accountability. The handover ceremony was presided by a Thanksgiving prayers led by Father Paul Barugahara of Chiriandongo Catholic Parish.
Who have fallen asleep in the hope of the resurrection, and all who have died in your mercy, welcome them into the light of your face.
There are times all of you know when we get calls from ministry. And they rally us very early in the morning. If it is monitoring, we stay in the field up to evening, sometimes without a bottle of water. But we thank God that God has been on our side, and all the time He has been accepting to do that. Cow, thank you for your love for this community. My team, the DECA and the council.
I want to congratulate him for successfully completing his term of service in the local government. Congratulations. I want to thank you, the political team led by the district chairperson, and the technical team.
When I started this job, little did I know that I would move all this distance, the mountains, the valleys, the rivers, the seas, climbing the trees and getting down from the top to the water. I am grateful to my permanent secretary, Mr. Benny Kumumanya, who has sent me here in my other tour of duty. The stamp, please receive it. The standing orders. This is a tool to aid you in the governance and management of the office, so that there is systems, law and orders.
Authors and stakeholders in the book writing sector have been asked to cultivate a strong reading culture and integrate artificial intelligence into their work to advance the industry. This message resonated as a major takeaway from the two-day symposium held at Silver Springs Hotel in Bugolobi, Kampala, marking a decade of Utana's advocacy for Ugandan authors' rights and recognition.
A commissioner at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Joseph Chikomeko, has urged authors to promote academic writings while encouraging the public to embrace a book reading culture. Joseph Chikomeko emphasized the potential of artificial intelligence to enhance publishing and content creation, particularly under the theme Securing the Future of Writers and Authors in Africa.
So writing has been there. People write, but then the emphasis is not so much on writing books, let's say textbooks. So it comes at a later stage whereby, say, one feels can write, then writes. Maybe one is a retired tutor, retired lecturer, a teacher. Very few pick on that because they don't see the value of writing. As I said, we need to have this job profile and it is disseminated. That's when people will pick it up such that I can do this job as a writer to support the others.
The chairperson Utana, Professor Elishan Magara, stressed the importance of strengthening African author networks to build a unified literacy identity. Through its partnerships with NANA and other African organizations, Utana aims to empower non-fiction authors across the continent, advancing a collective African voice on the global stage.
When we say academic author, it means that is you are supposed to use the science of coming out with the product. And there is no way how the AI can do your science. So what does it mean? Is that there is an issue of creativity, the idea, and when there is an idea, you research about an idea, you research about it.
Organized in partnership with the Norwegian Non-Fiction Writers and Translators Association, the Network of African Academic and Non-Fiction Authors, and the International Authors Forum, the celebration included a hybrid symposium, regional satellite meetings, and an author exposition. The event aims at supporting and inspiring Ugandan authors through discussions on intellectual property rights, the impact of artificial intelligence on publishing, and sustainable literacy practices.
That's something we, as non-fiction writers, authors, have to be aware of, because we have the obligation to speak the truth always, you know.
Colleagues, you must appreciate that AI tools are here, and they are not in a hurry to pack their bags and go somewhere else. So the quicker and faster we adopt, the better for us. So we need to embrace these AI tools and be able to acquire the knowledge and skills, especially the AI literacy skills.
As Utana steps into its second decade, it reaffirms its commitment to fair remuneration, economic empowerment, and a vibrant literacy landscape for Ugandan authors, underscoring Uganda's role in the global knowledge economy. Komagum Rogers and Deo Habimana for UBC.
There is myths that so many of you live by. If your eye is twitching, it means you're going to see someone you like. If it shines and rains at the same time, it means a leopard is giving birth. If your hand is itching, it means you're going to get money. If you see an owl, it means somebody's gonna die. If you hear of a disease outbreak, just know it is in a village district at the border next to some suspicious country. You will want to scratch that last myth, because Mpox is in 19 districts and Kampala is among with dozens of cases. Please stop going around checking anyone's hand. Mpox kills. Protect your loved ones.
The Homes and Construction Expo is back. Are you looking for answers to your property and real estate development questions? Come and interact with experts in the industry, including architects, engineers, developers, interior designers, financiers, and more from 30th November to 1st December 2024. The expo will be at the Millennium Park, opposite Philip Omondi Stadium, under the theme Affordable Housing, Innovations and Technology. There will be captivating exhibitions and insightful discussions daily. Entrance is only 10,000 shillings per day. To book a stall, contact 0772 354 940. The Homes and Construction Expo is brought to you by New Vision.
Honorable Fred Biamukama, Minister of State for Works and Transport in charge of transport, invites you to the launch of the 4-acre model campaign in the Greater Chibale District's Bunyoro sub-region. The event will take place at Chikwaya Primary School Playground, Kakumiro District on November 15th, 2024, starting at 10 a.m. and will be graced by His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni. All residents, civil servants and the leaders from the districts that make up Greater Chibale, Kakumiro, Chibale, Kagadi, Chikube and neighboring areas are encouraged to attend in large numbers. This initiative, led by the President, aims to bring ordinary people into the money economy by showcasing farmers who have succeeded in the 1-acre model, 2-acre model, 3-acre model and 4-acre model. Join local leaders and residents in learning how small land can be used to enhance food security and socio-economic growth. Don't miss this opportunity to witness the transformative impact on local communities.
The Association of Uganda Public Speakers brings to you the grand finale of the Young Orators Motivational Speaking Competition Season 4. Did you know it's better to build a hedge at the edge of a cliff than a hospital at its bottom? Oh yeah, that will be the theme for this year's grand finale that will take place on World AIDS Day, 1st December 2024 at Makerere University Sedat Auditorium. Who will be the Young Orator of the Year? Will it be a student from Mengo SSS, Makerere College School, Standard High School Zana, Mita College Kawempe, Winston Standard Secondary School, or Wanyenge Girls Secondary School? Who will walk away with a cash award of 500,000? Encourage your teenager to be part of this event that will educate them, inform them, and give them precautionary measures against HIV/AIDS. Entrance fee is 20,000 shillings. For more information, contact 0772 181229 or 0703 194600. Time 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Welcome back from that break. We're glad you're still with us. Now into the business scene. Local investors, especially in the grain milling sector, have commended the government for fostering a conducive environment that has enabled their growth and supported the country's social and economic development.
Despite facing some challenges, local investors in the grain milling industry appreciate government support in creating a stable business environment. However, the proprietor of Maganjo Grain Millers in Wakiso district, Beno Luja, expressed concerns over the raising practice of harvesting immature maize and other crops which affect product quality. Dr. Luja, who has spent over 45 years in the sector, urged the government to enact bylaws to educate farmers on the importance of harvesting mature crops to maintain quality standards in maize, millet and wheat.
People like our food because it is outdoor, it has very good aroma, but the weight is handled. For example, maize. People don't want to buy our maize in Kenya because even the World Food Program, they buy maize from Rwanda, from Kenya. They don't want our maize because it is not well prepared, especially the drying process. We request the government to help us enforce cleanliness, enforce post-harvest programs.
At a press conference at Maganjo Grain Millers, Dr. Luja commended Bugema University for awarding him an honorary doctorate during their recent graduation ceremony, recognizing his contributions to food security. He further encouraged farmers to continue engaging in value-added crop production as demand remains high.
When you are dealing with the food, everybody needs food. So there is no way that we can go wrong with the food. When you are happy, when you are hungry, when you are this, you eat food. So with the food you can't go wrong.
Maganjo Grain Millers, he noted, requires 300 tons of maize, 30 tons of millet, and 10 tons of wheat daily, underscoring the need for quality produce. Some farmers shared their thoughts on the importance of avoiding premature harvesting to preserve quality and marketability.
Ayinza okutuuka nga waffe atannatuuka ng'ate akasimpi kali waggulu. Kati bw'omulinda okukala ye yennyini nga yeekazizza, ate ogenda okumukungula nga akasimbi kali wansi nnyo.
Ugandan tea farmers have been advised to embrace quality as the only way to compete on the global market. This was by one of Bushenyi's most renowned tea farmers, Tarsis Kabejere, who was flanked by Igara Tea Company manager Robert Nayebade, who advocates for tea policy for regulation.
To ensure that we have ideas on how we can address the quality, because the quality is the determinant of price. And the quality starts in the garden. How well looked after is the plant. Much as the plant has, a tea plant has a long life, hundreds of years, but it must be fed. And if it is fed properly with fertilizers, with no weeds, with well water harvested properly, it can give you a leaf 3 times, even in some cases 4 times a month. And when that is the case, and is properly transported from the garden to a factory, and the factory processes it properly, then you have a good product which will pick a good market, a good price.
Unregulated. So as it is now, everyone brings whatever quality of their raw material to tea processing factories, but the result is Gara, Bogweju, we are averaging 68% of the good grades. Now that's not good enough. Minimum should be about 75. Meanwhile, factories in Kenya can go up to 90% of the good grades. Now the good grades sell above $1 at the auction market in Mombasa. The poor grades usually struggle to reach 90 cents. So if much of your production is the poor grades, then you certainly won't meet your cost of production.
And now into sports. The National Council of Sports board members are going through a 2-day induction hosted at Mistil Hotel in Kampala. We have the details.
In February this year, a new board to manage affairs at National Council of Sports was named by State Minister for Sports Peter Ogwang. It is of 7 members, including Ambrose Tashobya, who is the chairperson. The members are Zubairi Galiwango, Evelyn Piroya, Cecilia Anyakoit, Moses Anyi Omara, Stephen Kiprotich, and Jacqueline Basemera. To ensure these new members are aware of what lies ahead for them, especially with a new law in place, an induction workshop has started at Mestil Hotel in Kampala.
What you should know is that government system is well structured. And when we get in, board members, they're supposed to be oriented to the system of government, the working of government. So understanding the public service standing orders and the policies, the programs of government give members opportunity to serve better.
The 2-day workshop was opened by Sports Commissioner Reverend Canon Duncan Mugumya, who is optimistic about the outcome.
The purpose is that they may, as a new board, they may come on board when they know the objectives of the council, when they know what government targets to do, development of grassroots sports, development of infrastructure, when they know the direction we are taking. You know, it is important that we all come together and be helped to move together as a team.
Over the 2 days, members will be taken through several subjects like overview of government structures, systems and processes, and roles and responsibilities and duties of the board and management of National Council of Sports.
Through this workshop, we hope to be equipped to be more efficient in the way we execute our duties as a board, but also to bridge a bit of that knowledge gap between us and the management team that we have at council, so that there's no crisscrossing stepping into others' mandates, but also being able, that we should be able to do our oversight very, very well.
The workshop, tutored by high-profile public service officials, will also dwell on mindset change, partnership and collaboration, and ethics and corporate governance.
The aim of the induction is to empower them and build capacity for them to serve and take decisions. The other key aspect is to enable them to separate the roles of the board from management. Some of the challenges that has led to racialization has been termed to be interference of boards and commissions in the running or operations of entities of government. This is what we want to avoid. So it's a prerequisite training that is professionally done to align the board and also management to work together.
They will also be lectured about transformative leadership on the role of a leader as a mentor, coach, and role model.
It is therefore a well-structured approach to improve on service delivery, productivity, but also strategy to perform as a team. That is the main focus.
Planning, budgeting accountability in the public sector, and the topic of public procurement will also be talked about. The workshop is also attended by staff at National Council of Sports.
The Bishop Ongez High School All Students Association League played at Mbara Sports Arena hasn't only revealed talents but philanthropic tendencies at Agur well. Take a look.
Mbarara Sports Arena played host to the launch of the Bishop Ongez High School All Students Association League that has 9 teams. Its first round of games was a collection of splendid displays that indicate quality competition till the champion is named in April next year. In some of the games played, Akerere beat Kambugu 2-0, as did Main Street FC against Yokohama FC, while Akasasi walloped Bogo FC 4-0. The league is spiced by a man of the match accolade from Bridget Bridals and House of Fashion that was dominated by Chwezi FC player Junior Tumujuni, who won it 3 times and was unsurprisingly the outing's most valuable player.
So I felt it's really nice to appreciate the players because it boosts their morale and they know they are doing it. It is competitive, but it is fun. Yeah, and they know they are not playing just for the sake. At least we are appreciating what they are doing.
As it stands on the log, Banabo FC leads with 6 points but only betters Akerere FC by goal difference. Main Street is 3rd, Akasasi FC 4th, and Chwezi FC is in 5th position. These are followed by Yokohama, Ikweta, Kambugu, and Bogo FC.
March Day 6 of the ICC Cricket World Cup Challenge League B saw Uganda achieve a thrilling 24-run victory over Italy, reinforcing their unbeatable streak as they aim for OD status in the pathway event for the 2027 Cricket World Cup. This game was at the Entebbe Lakeside Oval yesterday, and our reporter was at the grounds and filed this report.
And opener Rav Dawan, 46 runs. In the defense, Uganda suffered from Italy's strong openers, Joe Barnes, 82 runs, and Nico Emilio Gay, 50 runs, who produced an impressive 115-run partnership in just 17.3 overs. But in a dramatic turn of events, Uganda staged a dramatic comeback with bowling depth that came through left-arm spinner Henry Senyondo, who turned the game in Uganda's favor, dismantling Italy's batting lineup and leaving them all out for 230 runs in 49.3 overs.
This will give us some good confidence here. Yes, I'm happy that we landed on the positive side, and the way we planned, the boys executed all the plans. So that is a very big plus for me and as a team also. Amazing. It's a very important game for us because Italy is one of the good teams in this tournament, and winning against them will give us some good confidence here towards the Bahrain. And we just want to go play our 50 overs and get some good target in and to for the bowlers to defend. We knew that they will score quickly with the new ball, because when ball will get old, it's not easy to come and score runs. We'll just patience. We wanted to just do basic things, and we want them to go until the end. And we knew that if we fight till the end, we'll go and defend this target. Yeah. These batters, they want ball to come in. They want some pace bowling, and the way they are playing back home, they want pace. They love pace. That's why we want to give them some change with the spin. We'll just do the basic things, just bowl wicket to wicket and just restrict them to score big boundaries.
My strategy was to get 1 wicket. If I break one partnership, then the game will shift to our side.
First, we wanted to kind of set a platform and then score quite quickly towards the back end. If we were chasing, we wanted to make sure that we used that power play, and then we set the...
We'd like to thank you so much for your company this evening. UBC News Tonight has come to an end. Now, on behalf of the team working tirelessly behind the scenes, we want to wish you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.